Namaste. Welcome to Ma Gurukul. Alright, I thought initially I will start editing the videos, but then from today I will be going impromptu, that direct without edit. So that's the reason I've put it here as MGC, that is Ma Gurukul in short. Alright, so with a lot of parents' inquiries, I will be starting with the first one today. The question was, should I teach my child capital letters or small letters first? Because there are majority of our schools in India which teach capital letters, right? They start off with slanting line, sleeping line, curves, and then start with the capital letters only. However, the research says that the small letters are supposed to be taught first. Now, I know there will be a lot of hue and cry when somebody is going to listen to this, because the majority of, as I told you earlier, 90% or more than 90% of the schools in India will always teach capital letters first, and hence majority of them will disagree with me. But then I will tell you the facts to you today, so then you will be able to understand why I am telling that so, right? So what happens when we start teaching the recognition of the capital letters first, and the writing or reading of the capital letters first, and the small letters or the lowercase, that uppercase meaning capital letters, lowercase meaning small letters. Alright, so I just wanted to show you one example. I have just randomly picked a book. I am not promoting any brand. Remember that I don't promote usually any brand. I just have randomly picked up a book and opened a page for you. I hope you will be able to see this page. Now check how many capital letters are you able to find and how many small letters are you able to find. How many uppercase and how many lowercase. Can you see more than 95% of the page is filled with lowercase? So whenever a child, okay, now you might feel that this is a storybook and the child will read the storybook only in UKG or something like that, fine. Let's go with a smaller version of this. Alright, so I picked up another book. Right, just randomly opening pages. So now you see in this page, right, how many capital letters and how many small letters do we find? I haven't checked it myself. I am just randomly opening it because I know that majority of them will always be in the lowercase, that is in the small letters. Right. So now people will again object and tell, no, it is easy for the children to write capital letters easier because it is just slanting line, sleeping line. I will come to that again. That's the reason I am holding a board to show you which is easier to write. Right. So now what is my opinion is, we should teach the children recognition of the small letters along with the phonic sound of it. Say for example, if I start off with a smaller lowercase a, I tell him that it is a, and then what sound does it make? A. So these are phonic sounds which is being taught with a lot of children these days. There are a lot of jolly phonic songs and rhymes related to it. Like for example, if we have to teach the sound of a, then we have a jolly phonic sound or a rhyme which tells a, hands on my arms, hands on my arms, hands on my arms, causing me alarm. So this is the rhyme which has been associated with it, that is teaching the lowercase, that is the small alphabet a, along with the sound it makes. So what happens when the children start recognizing it with the sound? It's easier for them to start reading 3-letter words. Right, we call it blends, we call it syllables. So 3-syllable words, it's easy for them to usually read. Now coming to writing, for that I would ask you to focus here onto the board. Now if I have to write a capital letter A, I hope I am not blocking your view. Yeah, if I have to write a capital letter A, remember, assume that the child is holding a pencil and he or she is writing on a 4-lined page, right? He or she will start off from here. He will write one slanting line, lift the pencil, one more slanting line, lift the pencil, and then a sleeping line. This is how we teach the children to write A. right? So it is slanting line and A, or then we will usually have these arrow marks like this, which will tell us in which direction the child is supposed to go. So now what is happening? The child is using how many strokes here? 1, 2 and 3 strokes, and he is lifting the pencil. Now if the child is writing lowercase, meaning small alphabet or small letter A, he is starting from here, drawing a curve, a half moon curve, completing the half moon curve, coming back and writing. Did the child lift the pencil? He or she has not lifted the pencil. It is just one single stroke. Not one single, it's not a stroke, but then it is just one single writing. But then again, there is tremendous number of debate telling, no, this is difficult, how can the child write a circle, because it is almost a circle, right? But then I want all of you to observe, when your child or when your children start scribbling on the wall, or when they start scribbling, drawing, when they start doing their coloring, when they start holding their crayon or their writing tool with the fist grip, right? How do they usually scribble? Have you seen children scribbling like this? You always see children scribbling something like this. So what are they doing? Aren't they going in circles? So what is this then? So for us to go teach them, this is more difficult and this is more easier. But again, I am telling you, there will be a lot of people who might object to this, but then this is the actual version. Now let's go to the grammatical part of it. If I start teaching, just give me a minute. I just wanted to find my cloth up, right? Now let's go to the grammatical part of it. If I start teaching capital letters in in nursery, that means my pre-nursery I teach my recognition, so nursery I teach the writing, right? And then we again go and teach them 3-syllable words in writing, and we teach them ant or apple, and write 5 fruits. We teach them to write apple or something like that, right? So I will use a 3-letter word. If we are teaching only capital letters to them, then the child will write something like this. The child will write everything in A, P, P, L and E, apple, right? So this is how we teach the children at the end of nursery when they have to write 5 fruits. But is this grammar? We don't, right? How do we write apple? We write an apple. Like if I have to write an apple, I will write A as capital, N as small, again A as small, P as small, P as small, L as small and E as small. Don't I write an apple like this? Or if I write only apple, then probably I will be writing only A capital, right? So if I write only apple, then I will be writing only A capital and then the others being small letters. Is this not the correct grammatical writing of it? So now what happens, we teach the children in nursery to write apple like this. When they come to LKG, we teach them to write apple, because in LKG we will start teaching them only small letters. I am writing in the alternate, I am writing in the opposite direction of mine, so it is not coming up to the correct one. Okay, I will just turn my board. So in LKG we start teaching them usually writing small letters, and hence we teach them writing apple like this. And then in UKG we come up and tell that A has to be capital and P, P, L, E has to be small. So how much of confusion it is for the child to learn something like this first, relearn it and again write it like this, again relearn it and write it correctly. Isn't it easy for us to to help them start learning in the correct way in nursery itself? Doesn't it make more sense? So then what is the solution for this? So what we can do is probably the recognition of both the letters, that is lowercase and uppercase, can be done in nursery, and the writing can start off with the lowercase. So in our LKG we will start only with the uppercase. So by then the child already knows the recognition of upper cases and he or she will be learning only the writing. So in UKG you can probably concentrate more, or in LKG itself you can start concentrating more on the reading skills. Remember, there are a lot of schools which start teaching cursive writing because the majority of the preschools, they are in competition. They know that the children need to get admission in class 1 and hence they teach them till 200, 250. There are some schools which teach the children till 300. I mean writing in 300 in numbers, and then they go on to teach cursive letter small, cursive letter big. But remember, until and unless the children are not very fluent in reading, how much ever writing you teach, it is just a strain on them. And if their fine motor skills are not very developed, it is definitely a strain on their muscles. So I don't tell that these schools are wrong. They might be following a certain pattern. They might be very successful for years, and so many years they might be running the schools and been able to put the children into good schools in class 1. The children from these particular schools might be clearing entrance exams and written exams and then getting through schools. All fine. I congratulate all of you for all your efforts. But then this is my opinion. So you also think about it and then try to give me a feedback whether it is right or wrong, right, or what is your perspective about it. Thank you so much, and remember, I am telling it to you again, recognition of lowercase and uppercase, capital letters and small letters can go hand in nursery with writing of lowercase in the nursery. The writing of the uppercases can go up in LKG, and cursive writing you should take a call based on the child's individual development. Now again, you might have a lot of issues. Now parents will start telling, us bacche ko you have taught the other child and you have not taught my child, why is my child not learning? Now again, it's an issue with a lot of parents because every parent wants their child to be the winner. This is the problem this generation, right? So we will have a second discussion about this particular topic in the next one. So this is about uppercase first or lowercase first, and recognition and writing. Thank you so much, and signing off from Gurukul, this is Shweta. If you do like, share, and if you do like this video, then please do like, share and subscribe and pass it on to your friends who might feel or who might be happy listening to this, right? Thank you so much.